we seem to be talking about contracts a lot, and I do want to talk about one more contract situation, and that's the contract situation of Arne Slot, because his deal with Liverpool expires in the summer of 2027, and he's done fantastically well. And amid reported interest from Bayern Munich, which I don't know how much to take seriously, there were suggestions that Liverpool are looking to extend his deal. Do you think there's any truth in those reports saying that Liverpool are going to try to extend his contract imminently?
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if there's not truth to that. I haven't personally heard anything about it yet, but I feel that, you know, you look at the kind of timings now. He's into his second year of his contract. He won't want him to get near the end, you know, into the final year. So, you know, very much at some point in the season, I'd be surprised if he isn't put on better terms. And you know, he's absolutely deserving of those, because his first season he comes in and wins the Premier League. So pretty easy for his representation. To which is Rafaela Pimenta, who, you know, I'm pretty sure she's going to find it quite easy to say, yeah, to get him a bit of a pay bump, and the same for his staff as well, because it's been a remarkable start to his Liverpool career. And as I say, they won't want him to get to close to the end of his contract, so this is the time to get it renewed. So I'm pretty sure those talks will be ongoing now, and Liverpool need to get him tied down, because what a manager he's proven himself to be.
I did actually want to talk about where he ranks in terms of the Premier League managers, because I don't think the importance of him to last season's title win can be understated. Because if you look across the Premier League, there's a lot of good managers. You've got Iraola at Bournemouth, Eddie Howe at Newcastle, and then you can't obviously forget the likes of Mikel Arteta at Arsenal and Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. So how important is it to keep him, considering other clubs have good players, have good resources, but he's definitely right at the top of that list, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%. This is it. You know, players can make they do make the difference on the pitch, and they're so crucial. But someone who's able to come in and put all the tools you've got together in a kind of sensible winning machine, which is what Liverpool were, really is, you know, that's the kind of the sprinkling of genius that you need, really, to go and win titles. And Slot's absolutely proven himself to be that. I mean, the fact that he did it last season with one signing, who was Chiesa, who barely got on the pitch. You know, he came in, made the right changes, made changes such as kind of putting Gravenberch in that deeper role, for example, and you know, and just but also keeping the things that worked, and you know, was just incredible, really, because, you know, Premier League can be challenging as well, and you know, we saw even when Jurgen Klopp came in, he had to learn a lot about the league, and obviously he had a lesser squad, so, you know, you didn't judge him too harshly, but there were things about the league that he had to learn, whereas you feel like Slot kind of just, by the time he'd lost to Nottingham Forest, he kind of worked the whole thing out, and he just went on a winning run that didn't basically end till the end of the season. So, he's a fantastic manager, really, and obviously you put Guardiola there, I think, up at the top of the current Premier League managers. I think that's only fair, despite them being in a bit of a rough period at the moment. But you know, in terms of who's kind of behind that, you know, Arne Slot's got to be right up there, hasn't he? Is maybe next best, because he's remarkable debut season, and you know, he's made a very good start to this one as well. Just kind of continuing that knack, despite all the mitigating circumstances Liverpool had, that knack for winning games, even games that you don't play at your absolute best. So that's a really good trait for a manager to have, and more kind of tests to come for him. But he's absolutely smashing it so far.